Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Amy.
And we're Martin Midlife Misadventures. Today we have a little bit of a different kind of video. I'm going to show you, get your pens and paper ready everybody, because I really think this is important, especially if you are new to prepping, okay? Because this is a great list of things, 21 plus items that will last you pretty much till the end of time if you package them correctly and take really, really good care of them. Let's jump in. All right, everybody, you see these beans? All kinds of beans. Lima beans, black-eyed peas, black beans, lentils, chickpeas. These are chickpeas. Here's some yellow split peas. Your beans will last indefinitely if you package them properly. I like to put ours in jars. We also have them in Mylar bags inside 5-gallon buckets. They will last forever. These can also be ground down into flours. So beans, oh my goodness, so important and will last you forever. Number 2. Rice. Yes, and it needs to be white rice, everybody. The brown rices have too many oils and they go rancid. So what do you need? Beans and rice and Jesus Christ. That's right. Next, moving on. See our salts here? All kinds of different salts. I have some sea salt that actually is iodized, some regular sea salt, table salt, kosher salt, you get the idea. Pink Himalayan salt. Your salts, if packaged correctly, will last forever. Even if they clumpen, if they harden, you can just break them off and your salts will last. As well as your peppercorns. That's right. Get those sealed up. Your pepper's going to last. It's just not going to have as great a flavor after 20 years, but it'll still taste like pepper. But the peppercorns, if you seal these properly, man, these are going to last forever. Next on our list is freeze-dried coffee, everybody. I know a lot of people don't like it, but you know what? It'll last forever if you package it correctly. I would love to have a cup of coffee no matter what. Pure baking soda. All right, everybody, multiple uses. You can wash laundry, clean stains, deodorize, all kinds of things. Baking. You just could never have too much baking soda. Or Epsom salt, by the way. We'll add that to this list. Get yourself some Epsom salt. Back here, we've got all kinds of different oats. And why am I showing you? Again, it's packaging. If we repackage this in some Mylar, put it away in a cool, dark place, it's going to last forever. You have many, many options, okay? Even these kind of oats, you've just got to repackage them. That's why these dates aren't very long. Over here is our hard wheat, okay? These are wheat berries. This is what your flour comes from. Grind these wheat berries down, you have flour, but these will last indefinitely if you protect them. They will last indefinitely, and it is plantable, so you could grow your own wheat from these. So you cannot go wrong with the wheat berries. Next on the list is sugar. That's right, good old white sugar. If you seal it up right, and it doesn't have to be in a mason jar, it can be in your Mylar bags. You've seen us do that as well. It'll last forever, everybody. Again, it might clump a little. You break it up, your sugar is going to last. The next thing, cocoa powder. That's right, everybody. Don't we all want to have some chocolate? And any time in our life, yes, chocolate. Your cocoa powder, same thing, will last forever. Your pastas. Yes, pastas. But again, you've got to repackage it. I put them in Mylar. I put them in 5-gallon buckets. I also put them in mason jars, all different kinds. They will last forever. Not your egg noodles, because those have egg in it. Again, when you start adding fat to things, that's when the shelf life goes down the toilet. Right here is just a box of barley. I just wanted to show you how I like to store it. I put it in these large glass containers, and I have them in Mylar. Again, this will last forever. It can be ground, it could be boiled. So many options, so nutritious. So get your barley. Right here, tea. That's right. I should have put that with the coffee, but tea will last forever. This is one we're using now. That's why it's open and kind of wonky, but again, seal it up. It'll last forever. Maple syrup, 100% pure maple syrup. Not your Aunt Jemima, not your log cabin. That is just sugar water with maple flavor. This stuff will last forever. 100% pure maple syrup, as well as real honey, okay? It has to have one ingredient, and that is honey. This has the comb in it, but your honey is going to last forever. I do have an Augustin Farms honey powder here. It's good till 2051. Isn't that amazing, everybody? So even the honey powder lasts a long time, so I highly recommend this as well. Underneath that, you see some peanut butter powder. Now, I recommend stocking this for long term better than jars of peanut butter because this is good till 2026, and this is a fairly new bought thing of peanut butter. So they probably have about a 6 to 7 year shelf life, and it probably goes well beyond that if you keep them stored properly. These other Augustin Farms you see up here, the bell peppers are good till 2046. This beef stew's good till, vegetable stew 2045. Here 2046 on the bean burgers. And now notice the difference in the bananas. 2031 is when these are good, and I'm sure they'll last past that, but it's because of the high sugar content that is inside the bananas. They're naturally really have a lot of natural sugars, so they do not last as long, but they will last well past this date, as will all of this if you keep it in a cooler, darker place. Don't forget your cornstarch, guys. Cornstarch is not only just good for baking and cooking, but it's also good for, like, let's say you cut your animal's toenail too short. If you cut their little claw too short and it's bleeding, if you dab some of this on there, it'll help stop the bleeding. So there's lots of uses for cornstarch. Please check them out. I put these up here just to show some dehydrated things. These dehydrated tomatoes, they're going to last, everybody. They will last indefinitely as long as I keep them in a cool place. I keep them sealed up. I can grind these up into a powder. I can make tomato sauce from them. So many options. So if you dehydrate some of your own veg like this, then you have your tomatoes to go with your pastas. Do you see what I'm getting at? And you've got all your flavors and your salt and pepper. You get the point? All right. Next thing, popcorn. Popcorn's going to last indefinitely. I promise you, it can be ground. It can be made into popcorn, but you also can grind this into cornmeal, everybody, and that is fantastic. Right here is some dehydrated corn. This is almost 2 years old, hanging in strong, doing good. It'll last forever, everybody, as long as I keep it in a cool, dry place. And again, I can rehydrate this for some nice corn for my stews and soups and for whatever, but it also can be ground, okay? This can be ground up and made into a cornmeal. I put this other veg out here just to kind of go along with this beef stew because I want you all to know that you can dehydrate these vegetables yourself for a portion of the cost, and they are going to last just as long as these, as long as you have them in an airtight container out of the sunshine. Next thing is our vinegar. Good old apple cider vinegar is the best, but regular white vinegars will last indefinitely too if you keep them protected, and it's a great thing to have. I actually suggest you all learn how to make your own vinegar because then you'll never ever go without it, but this is going to last forever. Next thing, yep, it's a bottle of wine because I wanted to say booze, and this is the only kind of booze we had in the house. But of course, I'm thinking more along the lines of whiskey and gin and vodkas, things like that. They are going to last indefinitely, give you a little drinky when you want one, and possibly some bartering down the line as well. Now, I put this out here because this mountain house is good. See that, everybody? It's good until 2050. I really think these are a good investment. If you can find ones that your family likes, get the ones you like, test them out first, but the shelf life on these things is just incredible. 2050, and I bet you we could stretch that out till 2060, as long as we took good care of it. Now, I have some different kinds of milks here, okay? This Morning Moo by Augustin Farm is dated for 2040, as well as this Country Fresh non-fat milk 2040. Again, this is going to last beyond this date, everybody, if you keep it in a cool and the dark place. You know, it's obviously packaged in this, but these are metal cans. You don't want to be storing these in a hot spot. It's going to make all your food go rancid. That's what these are, everybody. Instant milk. And you say, well, why are the dates so short? It's just the packaging. You've got to repackage this stuff. If you put it in Mylar or in nice glass jars and keep it in a dark, cool place, these are going to last just as long as these do. Okay, the Nido. Now, the Nido tastes the best. I mean, absolutely tastes the best because it is whole milk. But because it is whole milk, it has a way shorter shelf life, unfortunately, because there's a lot of fat in it. So I recommend keeping some of this for sure and making sure you rotate it, but getting these as well, because this is going to give you more of a bang for your buck because the shelf life is going to be so much longer if you repackage it. But boy, this Nido is so good, everybody. I promise you, this is good stuff. All right, everybody, what did you think about all those items? I think they're very solid, doable items for everybody. And the best thing is they last such a long time. If you have larger amounts of them, you can stockpile them, put them away. You don't have to worry about rotating or anything like that. They're just going to last you for a long time, just in case there's an emergency. Now, there are some other things that we could have added to that, like we talked about salt and pepper. Well, you can put other spices in there. Your garlic powders, onion powders, all those things, the ones you make yourself and dehydrate. The only thing with spices is they just tend to lose a little bit of flavor over time, but they're still going to have some flavor. So add some more spices onto that list as well. I just think it's very important that we start looking for the long-term items. You know what I'm saying? That way, we're good to go. We can bake our bread because we're going to have our wheat berries. We can make our sauces and tomato things because we have our dehydrated tomatoes. We have some powdered milks to do our baking and eating, cereals and dunking cookies in, and all those fun things. So that's my list. That's what I got today. I hope you all got something out of this, and we are going to be talking to you really soon. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and God bless you all.